Hey everyone, welcome to Unfiltered Thoughts. Okay, let's start all over. 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, what is going on? This is day 2 of 75 Hard. This is my podcast, Unfiltered Thoughts. If you're listening on Apple and Spotify, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Do me a quick favor and leave me a little rating star. If that's a 5, amazing. If it's a 2, I want to know your honest feedback on what you think of this podcast. And if it's a 1, don't bother. No, I'm just kidding. I really do want to know what you think about this podcast. I am making a conscious effort to show up the next 75 days here, and my goal is to be consistent. And so if you are listening on Substack and following my blog, thank you so much. People on other platforms, if you want to head to Substack there, I also post this podcast and some blogs there that you can receive for this podcast. But anywho, let's get into the thoughts. I'm going to do my wellness check-in today because, as you all know, I'm on this journey of 75 Hard. Today, I did my 2 workouts already. That was my Pilates class this morning. I usually am an early riser and I like to get the day going, but because we've been in holiday mode, I'm a little bit laid back, and I'm easing my way into this new year. And it especially feels different because it is only Friday and Christmas landed on Christmas Eve landed on a Wednesday, and then Christmas was on a Thursday, if I'm correct. But anyways, the holiday fell on a weekday, and so I am loving this in-between time before the first week of January. Right now I am prepping for a podcast mastermind class that I have been promoting a bit. I am new to starting classes to coach people in podcasting, especially women. My goal this year is to help other women tell their stories, amplify their voices, and just feel at ease when they are talking in their podcasts and creating the content for their podcasts. If you are a woman who has been desiring to have a podcast or even be consistent with it, like myself, I feel the struggle. I felt the imposter syndrome, or like I need to have it all together. I need to have my thoughts all together to have this polished piece, to go out and to even connect with others. But I am past that season now, and I'm excited to launch January 5th, this mastermind for women in podcasting. So if you feel like this resonates with you, you could go ahead and shoot me a DM on Instagram at VThePlug. I recently just made a little note on Instagram kind of saying the same thing. There is this need for community, I feel like, especially this year. We've been in a sort of pause since COVID. Oh my God, it's been 5 years since COVID. No, oh my God, it's been 6 years, going on 6 since COVID. And I feel like the lack of community, especially in California, has been lost. I feel like people in LA especially are just very straightforward to themselves, or not straightforward. I want to say, people would say, people in LA are fake or whatever, but people in LA, I think, are focused on themselves, their businesses, their influencer work, focused on getting the bag, right? The money. How do we elevate? How do we become better? But in my opinion, and how I feel living here, is the biggest support system that we can have is our community and engaging with one another. And I feel like that has been lost throughout the years. And it's something that I'm trying to bring back, especially with podcasts thriving now. Everybody is kind of starting their own podcast. And just like we all started a Instagram, a Snapchat, a TikTok, I think the podcast community is growing. And I think the future of podcasting is gonna be like social media. Just kind of my thoughts about it. And I came from the radio space where it was just on the rise, from where we are now. And what do I want to say? I want to say that it's not just me that's thinking this. I went to Pilates this morning and there were a few girls in the class. And after class, we were talking about how, just the lack of community that there is in LA and how everybody is just, mad on the road, like honking, and just, it's chaotic. And I guess I'm pretty low key, or I'm pretty, I lay low, I'm to myself too. The places that I go are usually a workout class or to eat somewhere. And that is exactly why I am starting a podcast community. Now, do I have all the details of it? No. I have came to terms that I don't need to have it all together all the time. I don't need to have all the answers. But I do need to know is that there is a need for what I am starting and what I desire to have. And so if this is, some thoughts that you have where, you want to start that thing, or you are not sure how to even get there or whatnot, I would just say, do it anyways. And through the process, you're going to figure out what you need and the direction that you want to go on or go in. This is something I wish I would have stuck to. I feel like I would have been a little bit further in my, I'm going to say practice, because like I'm a doctor, right? Like that's what doctors actually do, and nurses, like they practice hands-on how to operate and work on people, and they have a community. They have support through their medical journey of helping others. And so I just feel like I could have done better, but I don't regret any thing that I didn't do, because I am where I'm at for a reason. And I feel like God has put me here for a reason, and this is my reason, right? Just creating this space to be authentic, be myself. I think that's a thing every year. Like, just be yourself, whatever season you're in, whether that's more of a laid back season, whether that's your side hustle season, this year I am in my year of, hey, I'm going back to my side hustles, because you know what? My cost of living the last few years, I would say 2 years, have cost me, and I needed a better strategy, I needed to be aligned better. And I talked about this in my last episode about being in alignment with your people, your community, and what you desire to do. And so finally that I am in this space, I am receiving the things that I have been wanting throughout the years. And so I have no regrets. I am so grateful. So I do want to say, day 2 of 75 Hard, I'm not having too much of an issue with the water drinking. I am a fish. I can drink water. It's not a problem for me. I think the hardest thing for me to do right now is probably, I don't really feel like it's hard. Okay, if I'm being honest, I don't feel like it's hard. I feel like it's hard when you're not feeling it. I think that's the hardest part. It's like a mental thing. Because last year, let me just like throw it back to when I tried to start 75 Hard last year. I quit my third day, and only because I was with family and I was in San Diego and I got peer pressure to, I don't want to say peer pressure because it was my decision. I didn't feel peer pressure. I just felt like I wanted to enjoy my time with my godparents, with my family, and just have a shot, have a drink, you know? And I never did that with them. So the fact that it was a new experience, I wanted to just embrace the moment. So I really broke 75 Hard then, but I am not a big drinker now. Last year or the last 2 years, I learned to heal my body internally and physically. I had an autoimmune disease and I went through all the lab testing and things I needed to do to get it under control. And so maybe I'll tell you about that in another episode. For those of you that haven't listened before, I have talked about my autoimmune disease, and it has been a journey, but a good one. I'm healthier now and I'm grateful. What time is it? Oh, I actually have a client call in 10 minutes. So I'm just doing my check-in for 75 Hard, sharing with you how this day has been. It's been rainy. I have been feeling under the weather. I have a lot of pressure in the back of my neck, and I haven't been feeling it today. I'm going to be honest. I haven't had the energy, but I was able to push through and move through for some odd reason. Okay, what else do I want to say? Okay, it's kind of interesting doing this podcast just unscripted and unfiltered because sometimes I don't know what to say and I'm just talking out of my mind, and I'm like, are you guys still with me? Are you still here with me? Are you still listening? Do you care? You know, I'm like, is it entertaining? Is it not entertaining, but is it engaging? And so anyways, those are my thoughts for today. I am actually getting really tired talking, but I want to encourage you guys to just, step into something that you've been afraid to face. I have been afraid to face doing these episodes consistently. And now that I'm here, I am doing this 75 Hard. I'm better than I was last year. I'm feeling good about the new things of this year, about my podcast community, and just talking more and getting to know you guys more. I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna stop rambling. But the question I want you to ask yourself today in this moment right now, what is one thing that you fear that you have not faced? And maybe you've dabbled in it. I don't know if it's a business idea. I don't know if it's a relationship that's been sitting at the back of your mind. Maybe it's a vision or an idea that you have been tugged inside about, that you've been having this just anxiety or this thing inside of you that wants to do this thing, but you don't know how to do the thing and you don't know how to move forward from it. And if you've been having this feeling, I encourage you to face it, to journal about it. Something that I learned the last year that has benefited me into this year is really writing down how I feel about certain things that have happened to me or even on the day-to-day, how I'm feeling, checking in with your mind and your body and writing about them. I encourage you to just write about it, pray on it, and face it. And so I faced a lot of different things. I would say the last 2 years were my biggest years, spiritually and internally. And it was worth facing and learning. And so I'm gonna leave it here, answer that question, journal, write it down. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you for listening, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. This is Unfiltered Thoughts. You are getting 75 days of my podcast consistently, and I am so grateful that you are listening and here. I will talk to you guys on the next episode. Bye.